Okay, first of all, I would like to clear the point which is in every Westerner's mind, that Islam is a violent religion, and they probably have been told about the verse in Quran which says that wherever you find a non-Muslim, a kafir, kill him. And this verse is taken out of the context. It is referring to a battle where the Muslims were really threatened by the kafirs that they would kill them and they would wage a war against them. And like any authentic army general would address his army to be like brave, fight back, don't hide behind a tree like a girl. So this is how it was, that when wherever you see a kafir in the battlefield, kill him. It is about the battlefield, not anywhere else, and even there were rules within the battle that you should not harm any tree or any women or children during the battle. And it's not like wherever you find a kafir, just kill him. The Muslims are being addressed that this is your first war, okay? Someone is threatening you, they will kill you, so just fight back, okay? So this is what the reference is. Now coming back to the point of Mr. Terry Jones. Okay, now Mr. Terry Jones said that he's angry with the Muslims spreading terror and the Muslims who did 9/11, and he's going to burn Qurans. Well, that's great, because actually in the Islamic rule, according to that rule, if you have to dispose of Quran due to some security problem or some reason, you have to, the proper way of doing it is by burning it. So okay, now he thinks that the 9/11 was done by Muslims. I'm going to tell you something from Islam. The Islamic rule says, first of all, Islam is strictly against killing or terrorizing innocent human beings, and the Islamic Sharia, the rule of Islamic government, states that if any person kills an innocent human being, he has to be given a death penalty according to the rule of Islam. Now even if a Muslim, according to this rule, even if a Muslim kills any innocent non-Muslim, he has to be given a death penalty according to Islamic rule. Now, where is the question of Muslims doing 9/11, in which thousands, or I think hundreds or thousands of innocent lives were taken? How would a true Muslim do that? Why would he do that? I don't think the one responsible for 9/11 or any terrorist act around the world is a proper Muslim. I don't think he's a proper Muslim. I don't think they read or understand Quran, because Quran is in Arabic, and I don't think the terrorists, who are the real terrorists, who are they read the Quran with its translation, because then they would not be doing what they're doing right now. Okay, the second point of Mr. Terry Jones was that Europe was dominated by Muslims, and what's happening in Europe right now, we can see that. Actually, I'm not familiar, and I'm not aware of what's happening in Europe these days. But if it is anything that is a terrorist act going around in Europe, and the Muslims are to blame, actually, they are not Muslims, because in Islam you don't terrorize or kill any innocent human beings. If you do, you're not a Muslim. So it's a question of Muslims doing it. Now, that point of Mr. Tyler, he said that the Europe was dominated by Muslims. I'll tell you something according to my knowledge. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, he was our holy prophet. He sent his Sahabas, his companions, who were very specifically taught and trained the Islamic lifestyle by Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. They were sent to Europe, according to my knowledge, and they were doing nothing other than following true Islam. They were extremely kind, they were extremely loving, honest, just. They were giving charity, they were praying, they were nice people, they were humble, and they brought something very special to Europe. They brought the Islamic system of government, they brought the Islamic system of justice and politics, and Islamic system of banking, economy, and they did not enforce this system over them because they were like 20s or 10s in quantity, or maybe 50s, I don't know, but they were like 0.5 or 0.8 of the population of Europe. I don't think if they waged a war against Europe and they still survived because Europe would have crushed them if they waged a war against Europe. So I think this was done rather different way, and I know I have my sources that tell me that the Europeans were impressed by this Islamic system which they introduced to Europeans, and also the behavior, the character of Muslims really impressed them, and they just came to know that, you know, if they follow the lifestyle of those special Muslims, they were the true Muslims, and there's no Muslim on this planet that's ever going to come is going to be like them, so beautifully taught by our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So when the Europeans came to know about these Islamic systems of justice, economy, banking, politics, and government, they were really impressed, and they were just looking forward to applying and implementing these systems in their own Europe, and they knew that it would be successful, and they did embrace those systems, and they did get results, and then they requested the Sahabas, the companions of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and their descendants, they requested honorably to rule Europe because they knew that this would bring success to their country, and it did. The European were just very much advanced because of this systems of Islam. Okay, now I'd like to see your comments, and just let's see what you guys have to say about that.